Hey there, everyone. I know how you're doing right about now. You're probably tired, stressed, maybe a little bit overwhelmed. I get that. That's why I'm wearing my rally hat. I want you guys to rally towards the end of the semester. I feel like I need a little bit of that as well. I've been noticing on the discussion board a lot of assignments coming in late. Some folks just kind of skipping discussion board assignments altogether. I get it. There's no judgment on my part. You don't hurt my feelings if you don't complete a discussion board assignment. I get it. It's a difficult time in the semester right now. You've got your other classes. This rhetorical analysis is tough. I'm asking you to do a lot of things in the rhetorical analysis, so I get it. Now's a tough time, so I hear you on that. I do want to explain, though, there are 3 reasons why I think it matters to kind of dig deep at this point. We're in week 9. We're at kind of like the midway mark, or a little bit over the midway mark for the rest of the semester. And I want to explain why I think it matters that you kind of dig deep and try to finish out the semester as strongly as you can. So one reason that you want to finish out the semester strong is because you are already halfway through the semester and you don't want to take this class again. I'm not saying that if you're falling a little bit behind that you're necessarily going to fail the class. If you've got something above 50% right now, maybe even a little bit lower than that, there's still time to kind of make that up. Every week we have 2 or 3 different homework assignments. We got journal entries that are due. There are ways to claw yourself back to that 75% and to get that B contract. The B contract is in most people's grasp right now. So there's still time. So even if you're falling a little bit behind, there is time between now and the end of the semester to get on the B contract or to claw yourself into a passing grade. And if you're not sure where you're at, reach out to me. I've really enjoyed working with all of you. Online classes are weird. I've really enjoyed, though, working with you all. I did not think that an online version of 1101 would work. My face-to-face 1101s are a blast. I have a lot of fun teaching those. I've had a lot of fun working with you all as well. Although I enjoy working with you all, I don't want to see you all next fall when I teach this class again. For reals. If I see you, the next time maybe I teach English 1105, maybe you join that class. But honestly, you're already halfway through the semester. Finish it out and don't have to take this class again. And between now and the end of the semester, you guys are within the grasp to get that B contract. I'm one of the few professors that teach on a B contract at this university. Take advantage of it. Second reason to kind of finish out the semester strong. This is the toughest assignment. The rhetorical analysis is by far the most difficult assignment that I teach. It is an essential assignment because it tests you in ways that are kind of difficult. I don't imagine any of you are going to go into rhetorical studies or you're going to go into historical studies where you're taking a look at some of these documents and analyzing them in this way. But it does get your brain working and get you to do some critical thinking that is really kind of essential, particularly about an issue like race, which is just an incredibly important issue and something that we have to kind of address as a country, even though it's quite uncomfortable. So this assignment is the most difficult one. Your draft is due Friday, so you're getting kind of halfway through the most difficult assignment. So there's something on the horizon. It's the end of the class, so you're almost there. Kind of keep at it. That's the second reason to stay with the class. Third reason to stay with the class, the failure project. I am so looking forward to this assignment. It's the first time I've ever taught it, but we are going to learn how to do something that we've never learned before. Something that you might have thought, it might be interesting to try that. Now's your opportunity to try it. You're going to research it, you're going to learn a lot about it, and then you're going to try it, and we're all going to fuck up together. That's going to be fun. It'll be a lot of fun, and I'll be there. I'll be doing it too. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to sing because I love my wife quite a bit, and I don't want to inflict that displeasure upon her. But the failure project is going to be so much fun. That's a great reason to stick with the class and kind of get back engaged if you've kind of missed a few assignments and maybe you've kind of blown off the draft that's due on Friday. Now it's time to kind of double down and take it seriously. So there you have it. 3 reasons to kind of reconnect with the class. If you feel like you've dropped off a little bit, now's a great time to schedule a chat with me. Maybe we can talk for 5-10 minutes. I can get you back on board. There's only maybe 1 or 2 students in the class that just kind of stop checking in, they're not even logging into Blackboard anymore. Besides those 1 or 2 students, most everybody else in this class are going to be able to pass, but you need to for some of you, you need to step up now. So use this as a reminder, kind of kick in the butt check in with Dr. Scott to make sure that you're on track. I want to share with you all some notes about putting together a rhetorical analysis, some tips, some things that I've kind of learned along the way, teaching this kind of an assignment for several years. Some things that I think are really kind of important. I wrote them down, so I'm going to check my notes. One, don't write your introduction right now. Don't do it. You're setting up, an introduction sets up the paper. Most of you don't know where your paper is going to go. Even if you have a draft thesis statement at this point, it's going to change. So I wouldn't even write the introduction for this draft. The draft is only 3 pages long. It's not a huge chunk of your paper. You're probably going to have to rewrite some parts of it anyhow. Get to the meat of it. Get to what is really kind of going to make or break your performance on this essay. You have a shitty introduction for a rhetorical analysis. That's not that big a thing. But if you have paragraphs that are just kind of falling apart, that's really going to matter. So let's get to the body paragraphs. Don't write an introduction. 2, the thesis statement. Every paragraph needs to help out that thesis statement. One trick that has helped me in my own writing is to put a thesis statement, or kind of like the central idea or research question, if you're doing that kind of work. You put that in the header of your document and you ask yourself, in every paragraph, is this paragraph related to that thing? And if it is, if you're honest with yourself and it is, you're on the right track. If it's not, or it's really difficult to see whether or not it's related to that, then you need to rethink that paragraph. Put the thesis statement in the header of your document. That could be helpful. 3, I'd say integrate your sources now. If you are thinking that you were just going to write your interpretation of the speech and whether or not you thought it was persuasive, and then you're going to kind of do some research later on to see whether or not it really was persuasive, you're going to have to end up rewriting the whole damn thing. So use your research now. Integrate those into your body paragraphs. You don't have to worry about citations. I give 0 shits about that right now. It's a draft. Put a note in there. Put it in brackets saying last name, just the last name. Last name, maybe a page number. Some kind of note. If you got them saved on a OneDrive or something like that, hyperlink it. Like, give yourself some kind of note so you know where the research is coming from. But you definitely want to start integrating some of that research. Doesn't mean you need to get all the quotes integrated. Doesn't mean you need to get all the paraphrases integrated. But you need to have your research kind of speaking to what your to your argument at this point. So get that research integrated into your writing, even if it's done in a shitty first draft kind of way. Finally, write notes to me. Use the comment feature in Word. Control-Alt-M will put a bubble on the right side of your margin, and you can write comments to me. I'd prefer you to do that. At the end, after your document, I guess you could also write a letter to me and say, hey, Dr. Scott, this is where I'm struggling. That'd be fine. But I think it's wise to kind of acknowledge this is a tough thing. It might be your first or second time. You definitely haven't done it with a hard ass like me. But use this opportunity. Use the draft as an opportunity to talk to me and say, hey, Dr. Scott, I struggled with this. I don't know about this part of the speech. This is a great opportunity to do that. Put some notes into your draft. Kind of speak to me about where you're at. And also, speak to me about your analysis. I've had one person check in with me about their analysis of their speech. I should be hearing from all of you about where you're at with the speech, or with your analysis of the speech. So check in with me, schedule a time to chat with me in the next couple days, and let's talk about it. So those are my tips for writing a rhetorical analysis. It's a tough assignment. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. If you don't nail it, that's okay. You're going to get there. But put your best effort into this first draft so that you don't have to do quite as much heavy lifting between the draft and the revision. All right, everyone. Hang in there. Send me some badass memes. And take care. Good luck, okay?